Potato tutorial. First, you'll want to start with like a lumpy bean shape, and then you want to draw like eyes, but not the eyes like your eyeballs, like I don't know, cartoony looking eyes, little lines with dots. But eyeball potato, eyeballs coming out of potato. That's a good idea. That'd be interesting. It'd be like a weird space alien creature that has eyeballs coming out of it all directions from the potato. I could even do like a whole story about some guy adventuring different like galaxies and comes across this creature. What does this creature do? Is it poisonous? Does it attack you or does it just watch you? With all those eyes, you never know when or where it's watching you. Maybe it floats around and follows you and hides behind trees when you don't know. So all of a sudden, you'll feel like someone's watching you, that shiver down their spine when someone's staring at you and you don't know where it's coming from, but it's a floating potato with a ton of eyes coming out of it. Actually, this potato kind of reminds me of those like stress balls that you like kind of squish and it squeezes out, like those like little parts come out of it. But also, if you squish it, would it be like, would it blood come out of it? Or would it be slime? You could play your favorite game. Is it blood or is it slime? The best game everyone knows about it. Is it blood or is it slime? Well, anyways, back to the art. First, we have to grab our pin that our knight in shiny armor slayed a dragon to get for us to draw. Thank you, Sir Knight. Thank you for your service. First, we are going to do an outline. Well, after you do your sketch of a lumpy bean with eyes, not the eyeball kind of eyes like we just drew, that's kind of strange. I kind of want to do like a whole comic on that weird eyeball potato with the eyeballs coming out of the potato. Maybe like an explorer went to another planet and found the potato creature, and there's other creatures. I have to draw other creatures to go on the planet as well. So the next step is to shade. Stippling time. Now, for stippling, all you do is you can keep putting tons and tons of dots on the paper until you have it properly shaded. The more dots, the darker, like the more in shadow, and the less dots, more in the lighter areas. It does take a long while to stipple, and sometimes if you stipple too much in one area and before it dries, it'll like pull up. So stipple around and wait for that area to dry, but also don't like put your hand over top of it, because if it's drying it will still smudge. So I would say start lighter and then go darker as you go about it, so because you always can add more dots but you can't take the dots away, and eventually if you add way too much at the beginning and make it way too dark, then it'll just turn into really blobby, and sometimes it doesn't even look like you stippled, it kind of just looks like you colored it in some areas. So yeah, start lighter and then go darker. Here is the potato piece, just the potato, but now I can show you what else you could draw a potato in, because you might be asking me, well, why would I need to draw a potato? What else could I draw a potato in? Well, my friends, you can draw a ghost bird haunting or taking a potato hostage, because who doesn't want a potato? It's the treasure of the century. This ghost bird found the treasure of the century and is claiming it as its own, because potato. So yeah, the potato is a treasure that everyone, including ghosts, want. For this piece, I'm going to use a new ink I got. It is Noodler's Polar Purple. Here's me just filling up my pen real quick. I made a little bit of a mess here. And just me testing, always test it out, make sure you got all the ink, cause just in case there's extra on the tip of the pen, you don't want that going all over your piece. And this is just me outlining the entire piece. When you're outlining too, you want to make sure you do not smudge the wet ink, especially when, like, if you're outlining thick, a lot of times a lot of ink will come down, and very easy to smudge. I mean, I've smudged this piece. It's very easy to smudge even when you're trying to be careful not to smudge. Fine. This does take a long while. Also, this, letting it dry before your hand goes over top of it too. Anytime you're using any kind of ink. No. Go further. Maybe this ghost bird took the potato to give it actual eyeballs. Maybe the reason why in that comic that potato has eyes out actually coming out of it is because this phantom or this ghost bird has special powers, and to protect the potatoes from it being eaten from anyone else but the bird, it made it have eyeballs because no one wants to eat a potato with eyeballs protruding out of it. And then also that bird can use it as protection. Instead of having security cameras, this bird has security potatoes with a bunch of eyes that can float around and sneak around, and you wouldn't know. And then you just see a floating potato and get scared and run away. So double security, because it doesn't even need to have security guards anymore. The potato handles it. I mean, wouldn't you run and scream if you saw a floating potato with eyeballs coming out of it in every direction, just watching you and following you? I think anyone would have run, because no one would know what to make of it. Now I'm just doing some stippling for the potato for this piece. This is the first stage right before the potato gets taken to the ghost's evil lair to be turned into creepy eyeball potato. I kind of like the thought that the potato's from another planet though, or the ghost. So I think if I do make the potato comic, it would be like an alien potato. I don't know if it'd be a creature, if it'd just be like an alien potato, something weird and strange. But I do like that it's from another planet over a ghost changing from it. But that's an interesting idea. Or I could do both. 2 origin stories. For this next piece, I accidentally deleted a lot of the video footage of the drawing. So there's a big chunk that's cut out. But it's here. Well, what's left of it's here. Thinking of the potato eyeballs, I just drew a potato with like the root still, or like long spindly arms, not eyeballs, and an eyeball staring each other down, looking like they're about to attack each other or something. I don't know, I had eyeball potatoes in my mind since I started drawing. After I thought eyeball potato, I couldn't stop thinking about eyeballs and potatoes, so I decided to draw this too. Yep. It's a good combination when you really think about it. Who wouldn't want potatoes without eyeballs? I mean, you'd have to be a crazy person to think potatoes and eyeballs don't go together. Maybe some eyeballs, or maybe some potatoes have eyeballs and some have like these root things that they can like maneuver from, or maybe they all have some eyeballs and some maneuverable, so they're just like swinging from tree to tree like a potato Tarzan, just coming at you, or a Spider-Man kind of way. That might be kind of cool. It might be kind of creepy, but it might be kind of cool. Actually, I kind of like that idea. This potato eyeball comic might be a little bit creepy. Maybe a little bit funny. I don't know. When I start drawing it, that's when I'll know. When I start planning it out. I don't want to tell you guys too much. Just so you guys will watch when it actually comes out. And be interested. Because if I told you all about it now, then you would already know all about it and wouldn't need to see it. But if it was left up as a mystery, then you guys are going to come back to see the mystery. Or not, I don't know. Maybe you guys don't like that idea. I do. So here's that piece. Hope you liked the video. Thank you. Bye.